Syphon Filter 1 makes a strong first impression when it comes to its opening level. It starts off with a few short cutscenes, and then we have a large amount of uninterrupted gameplay. The first level provides a nice mixture of challenge along with allowing the player to get their bearings on the mechanics and different systems at play, while the minute-to-minute action is satisfying from the target lock shooting and its cinematic sweeping camera to being able to manually aim for precise headshots. What really makes this introduction stand out is from its design. At the start of the level, you can go in one of three directions, and the player is free to make those choices. You are free to explore and discover many of the areas of the level yourself, creating an enjoyable sense of ownership over the experience. The map provides you with some assistance in where some of the objectives are, but even so, some will still require a bit of problem solving to complete them, like finding the switch to the subways. And there's some nice secrets for those who are very good at paying attention to environmental hints. Level 1 effectively sets the hook. The following two levels are a bit different in their approach and design, while also providing something memorable through their new level structures and set pieces. Join me as we dive into Syphon Filter's second and third levels. Level 2 in many ways retains much of the action and even some of the problem solving from the first mission, while being executed in more of a linear fashion. This is a rather dimly lit level with fire everywhere. You need to be careful of your movements because if you hit the fire then you're gonna die very quickly. The dark lighting mixed with the flames creates a great atmosphere. I really like how this is essentially the same area as the final area in level 1, but now it's presented with new elements and darker lighting. It is a smart way to reuse assets to create a new and fresh level without it feeling like retreading the same ground. I wouldn't even consider this a high action level either. It feels more like the game coming down from a bit of the high at the end of level 1, and then slowly building back up to the set piece coming in level 3. One cool new objective pops up shortly when you start the mission. This relates to the bomb that you tagged in the first level. Because of the explosion, the bomb squad cannot get to it. So now you need to try and find explosives to open up a path for them to get through. I like this new objective for two reasons. For one, from a narrative perspective, I like how it directly relates to an action, an objective from the prior level. And now we are seeing this continue and need to be handled in a new way because of the explosion. It is a simple way to help connect the levels and the missions together as a whole. To have it be part of the same event rather than feeling so separated. It feeds into level 2 building off of the areas of level 1. The other reason is that it's all up to the player to find the explosives. The level isn't that big, but considering it's so dark, you need to check all of the corners to try and find the explosives. Now finding the C4 can be a bit tricky, and I honestly like how it requires the player to do some problem solving. As you are exploring, you might notice this during the beginning path, that if you will run straight, you will be running into something and it seems like an invisible wall. If you had your flashlight out, it would show you that the explosives are hidden in the darkness right here. The first level through its gameplay shows that items might be in the dark. Not to the same effect, but it teaches the player to use the flashlight, and that it isn't a novelty item. This is a nice little bit of problem solving along with reinforcing the importance of the flashlight. Most of the level is moderately paced, as a slow tension builder for the set piece event coming in level 3. You have a few enemy encounters with a little bit of platforming, before reaching a short defend part towards the end. This is a rather narrow level, and there is a situation where an enemy is armed with grenades. These grenades can take you out in one hit, and they have a rather large blast radius. It is very hard to tell if you are far enough away. The use of these is honestly cheap. I could understand having enemies with grenades, but the damage that they cause could have been balanced better. Maybe they could only one-shot you if you didn't have any flak jacket armor. A grenade should definitely do more damage than a bullet, but not instantly take you out. There are a few instances where the grenades can be used against you in the first level, but they are thrown while you are on the streets, so you have a lot of situational awareness and room to get out of the way. Since level 2 is very dark, it can be hard to tell when one of them is even thrown at you. And since it's so narrow, you don't have much time or room to maneuver to a safe position. And the icing on the cake is the guy throwing the grenades has body armor, so you either need to stop and manually aim, and hopefully land a headshot before he throws another grenade at you. Or you need to keep moving and peppering him with bullets. So the grenade parts just feel like gotcha moments and come down to some kind of bad kind of trial and error. On the story side of things, it's very light here. We learn through Leon that the terrorists are still at large. Gabe is in pursuit of Romer, and later on we find out that the enemy has moved to Washington Park, and one of the main players, Gerdu, is with them. Concluding the level, you run into Mara Aramov. Level 2 is a short level that is more focused on tension building, rather than big action or extensive exploration. There are some fun action bits, but my favorite part of the level is needing to find explosives, and figuring out how to use the flashlight to reveal their location. It is a nice tension builder for level 3. Level 3 is easily the shortest mission so far. This is a very linear level that is focused on delivering a fun and memorable set piece. Your objective is to chase down Mara Aramov, take out her henchmen, and then finally her. What makes this level exciting is how you need to contend with shooting enemies along with dodging subway trains coming at you. The music in this level fuels the action nicely. This was the sequence that the game was building up to during level 2. There isn't really much to say for this level. I really love this set piece. Shooting enemies and weaving out of the way of trains is intense and exciting. This stage can be completed really quickly if you manage to land a headshot on Mara. From a story perspective, Gabe captures Mara, and then we turn our attention towards the park. It provides a nice bookend to the subway area of the game.
Where's Romer? Where are the other bombs?
You're too late, Logan.
We'll see.
Level 2 and 3 provide a more linear set of stages compared to the first. It also begins to show how Syphon Filter's levels really have you doing something different in each one of them, to keep the player engaged. Level 2 is a nice tension builder, and I found the C4 explosives objective to be the best part. It is a nice bit of problem solving as you try to survey the environment, to find the items. Needing to use your flashlight is a nice touch, and I like that a lot since equipment items like the flashlight tend to be novelty items, but I like how it's something that's integral to completing these objectives. Level 2 also has a cheap spot with the use of the Grenadier in armor, and it honestly shows an area that I would have balanced out if this ever received the remaster treatment. Level 3 is incredibly short, but it provides a burst of high energy with its set piece event. Shooting and avoid being hit by trains is something that stays with the player. These two levels complement the first nicely. If you're interested in being notified of new videos, please hit the subscribe button and bell. And if you would like to support the channel and get early access to content, please check out my Patreon. All of the links will be at the end of this video and within the description. And thank you very much for watching.